Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Punita Bakshi and with me is Saira Mujtaba with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Gujarat on a two-day visit, holds 9-kilometre-long roadshow from Ahmedabad Airport to Kamalam in Gandhinagar. Prime Minister to address Mahapanchayat Sammelan at GMDC ground in Ahmedabad this evening. Political activities gain momentum for formation of new governments in 5 states. Core commander-level talks between India and China being held in Ladakh. Another batch of students returned to India under Operation Ganga this morning. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur welcomed students at Delhi Airport. US Vice President Kamala Harris meets Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki to signal support for NATO allies along Ukraine's borders. Kitambi Shrikant, HS Pranoy and Lakshya Sen to play their quarter-final matches in German Open Badminton in Berlin today. And in cricket, second test between India and Sri Lanka to be played under lights before full-capacity crowd tomorrow at Bengaluru's Chinnaswamy Stadium. As we start the bulletin, we appeal to our listeners to stay safe from COVID-19 by following these 4 simple steps. Get fully vaccinated. Wear a face mask. Maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing and focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached Ahmedabad Airport this morning on a 2-day visit to Gujarat. This is his first visit to the state after the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. Governor of Gujarat, Acharya Devrat, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, along with senior ministers and top officials, received Prime Minister Modi at Ahmedabad Airport. A report from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
After reaching the state BJP headquarters at Kamalam in Gandhinagar, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has held meeting with more than 400 party workers. Earlier, Mr. Modi had received warm and colourful welcome during his 9-kilometre-long roadshow from Ahmedabad Airport to party headquarters in Gandhinagar. 1 lakh party workers had created a human chain to welcome their beloved leader. Mr. Modi had travelled in a decorated open jeep during this roadshow. Cultural and traditional groups have performed their dances on the route of roadshows. Students evacuated from trouble-hit Ukraine along with their parents also seen welcoming the Prime Minister during this roadshow. Later this evening, Prime Minister is scheduled to address Mahapanchayat Sammelan at GMDC ground in Ahmedabad. About 1.4 lakh elected representatives of Taluka and District Panchayats and municipal councillors, including women sarpanch, are scheduled to participate in this Mahapanchayat Sammelan. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Tomorrow, on the second day of his visit, Prime Minister Modi will dedicate the Rashtriya Raksha University at Gandhinagar to the nation. He will also attend the first convocation ceremony of the university and deliver the convocation address. Union Minister of Home and Cooperation Amit Shah will deliver the presidential address on this occasion. Later in the evening, Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate the Khel Mahakumbh program at Sardar Patel Stadium in Ahmedabad. More than 47 lakh people have registered for this state-level sports event. Mr. Modi will also launch a new sports policy of Gujarat on this occasion. Political activities are gaining momentum for formation of new governments in the 5 states of Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Goa, Manipur and Punjab. In Uttar Pradesh, BJP has been given a historic second successive term in office. Our correspondent has a detailed report on the election result in UP.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has won his Gorakhpur urban seat by over 1,03,000 votes and the BJP has swept the Gorakhpur division as well. The party has grabbed 27 out of 28 seats in the division. Also, there are a number of districts where BJP has won all the seats. Some of these are Gorakhpur, Varanasi, Mathura, Ghaziabad, Gautam Budh Nagar, Mirzapur, Pilibhit, Lakhimpur Kheri, Lalitpur, Agra, Unnao, Etah, Kannauj, Kanpur Dehat, Gonda, Kushinagar, Devariya, Farokhabad and Bulandshahr. Whereas the Samajwadi Party has swept Azamgarh district where where it has won all the 10 seats. In Shamli, Ambedkar Nagar and Kaushambi districts too, SP has grabbed all the seats. If we talk about region-wise performance of the parties, out of 136 seats of Western UP, BJP has won 93 and Samajwadi Party has got 43 seats. In Awadh region, BJP has won 88 out of 118 seats. BJP has swept the Bundelkhand region where it has won 16 out of 19 seats and the remaining 3 seats have gone to Samajwadi Party. In the Purvanchal region, BJP has managed to get 76 out of 130 seats and Samajwadi Party has won 49 seats. BSP, Congress and others could only manage to get seats in Purvanchal, whereas in Western UP, Awadh and Bundelkhand region, these parties couldn't open their account. If we talk about percentage-wise, the BJP is the biggest party with over 41% of vote shares and the Samajwadi Party has got 32% of votes. Bahujan Samaj Party has emerged as the biggest loser as its vote share has decreased to around 13% from over 20%. Aditya Shukla, AIR News, Gorakhpur.
Union ministers and senior BJP leaders Piyush Goyal and Dharmendra Pradhan have been appointed observers to elect the leader of the BJP Legislative Party in Uttarakhand. They are expected to reach the state capital Dehradun soon to attend the BJP MLA's meeting. Meanwhile, BJP leaders and party workers are celebrating the party's thumping victory in the 70-member Legislative Assembly elections. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has tendered his resignation to the governor at Raj Bhavan today. Mr. Dhami has failed to retain his seat from Khatima in the state legislative assembly. BJP is set to form a majority government in the state, winning 47 seats in the 70-member assembly. Congress has won 19 seats, while BSP and independents have won 2 seats each. On the other hand, Congress leaders are reviewing their performance in the state assembly elections. In Goa, the BJP has won 20 seats in the 40-member assembly, while the Congress has secured 11 seats. Maharashtrawadi Gomantak Party, NGP and Aam Aadmi Party have won 2 seats. The Revolutionary Goans Party, who fought elections for the first time, got 1 seat. Goa Forward Party has also won 1 seat. 3 independents have also won the assembly seats. Trinamool Congress failed to open its account in Goa despite securing 5.21% votes. NCP and Shiv Sena also could not open their account. More from our correspondent.
BJP Central Committee members will arrive in Panji today to start the process for formation of government in the state. Senior BJP leader and Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said the Central Committee will meet the 20 newly elected MLAs of party and those 3 independent candidates who have extended their support to the BJP. Mr. Sawant also said the central leadership will decide leader and then party will stake claim to form the BJP-led government in the state. In view of this, BJP MLAs have been advised to remain in Panji. BJP Goa election in charge Devendra Fadnavis said that Maharashtrawadi Gomantak Party will be part of the new government in the state. Mr. Fadnavis said that Maharashtrawadi Gomantak Party has given letter of support to BJP. Krishna Kumar Lal, AIR News, Panji, Goa.
In Manipur, after BJP registered a thumping victory in the 12th general elections to Legislative Assembly, activities for government formation are on in full swing. The BJP party held a marathon discussion at party office at Imphal this morning, and the Prabhari of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Shri Sombit Patra, is likely to leave Imphal this evening for New Delhi to meet party national leaders. The tenure of 11th Manipur Legislative Assembly will expire on the 19th of March. In Punjab, Aam Aadmi Party, AAP, is geared up to form the new government after getting a thumping majority. The Chief Minister candidate of AAP, Bhagwant Mann, today left for Delhi from Sangrur to meet the national convener of the party, Arvind Kejriwal. The party sources said the oath-taking ceremony of the new Punjab government will take place at Khatkar Kalan on the 16th of March, the day the term of the current Vidhan Sabha will end. Sources in the party say only 5 to 6 ministers may be inducted now, though the final decision on the date will be taken by the party today. Among other things to be decided today are the candidates who will be inducted into the cabinet. It is learned that Bhagwant Mann will also meet newly elected MLAs of the party at Mohali today and will go to the Governor House tomorrow to stake claim to form the government. A report.
Chief Minister Chanjit Singh Channi today convened his last cabinet meeting at his residence at Chandigarh. The cabinet gave approval to recommend the state governor Banwari Lal Purohit for dissolution of 15th Punjab Vidhan Sabha. Later they went to meet the governor and handed over the resignation to him. The governor has asked them to continue till the new government takes over. Meanwhile, Bhagwant Mann, the CM candidate of Aam Aadmi Party, has gone to Delhi to meet the national convener of the party Arvind Kejriwal, with whom he will discuss the formation of new government in Punjab. He will come back tomorrow and meet the newly elected party MLAs at Mohali. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, AIR News, Chandigarh.
The 15th round of Corps commander-level talks between India and China began at 10 this morning. Fire and Fury GOC Lieutenant General Anindya Sen Gupta is leading an Indian delegation in the talks with the PLA on the Indian side of Trishul-Moldo border post. More from our Leh correspondent.
Nearly 2 months after the 14th round of talks on 12th January this year, Corps commanders are meeting for the 15th round today on India's invitation. After 14th round of talks in nearly 2 years of military standoff, the Chinese Foreign Ministry recently said the two sides can make a step forward on border issues, reach a solution and seek proper settlement of the disputes acceptable to both sides in the Friday talk. After disengagement has been undertaken on the north and south banks of Pangong Tso, Galwan and Gogra, India has been insisting troop disengagement at the vital patrolling point 15 and the remaining friction areas like PP-17 and PP-17A in Hot Springs and Gogra Post. Apart from the friction points, illegal construction of bridge on Pangong Lake by China in eastern Ladakh also may come up in the talks. Indian Army delegation will be led by 14th Corps General Officer Commanding Lieutenant General Anindya Sen Gupta and People's Liberation Army by South Xinjiang Military District Chief of Staff Major General Ang Lin in the talk. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
Home Minister Amit Shah said all central agencies should join Crime and Criminal Tracking Network and Systems, CCTNS. Mr. Shah said Home Secretary should hold a meeting with all the chiefs of central agencies in this regard. Speaking at the 37th Foundation Day celebrations of the National Crime Records Bureau, NCRB, in New Delhi, the minister said NCRB data should be used by all states to form the yearly strategy for their police force. He said the data should be used in a multi-purpose and multi-dimensional way for crime control.
Ayush Minister Sarbanand Sonowal today said India is taking the leadership on all matters related to traditional medicine. He was speaking at a national seminar on Ayurveda, Ahar, Swasth Bharat Ka Aadhar in Delhi. Mr. Sonowal expressed gratitude towards Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his endeavours to spread awareness about yoga and Ayush at a global level. He added that India is today showing the world how to work towards building holistic health. Minister of State for Culture Meenakshi Lekhi today inaugurated an exhibition, Instruments of Accession and Merger, The Journey of Integration at National Archives of India, New Delhi. The exhibition is an endeavour to showcase the story of accession and merger through a presentation of original archival public documents and cartographic records. It will remain open for public viewing till the 10th of May this year.
Another batch of students returned to India under Operation Ganga this morning and were reunited with their families and friends. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur welcomed the students at the airport in New Delhi. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur said, "Welcome back home." He said, the government remained committed to the safety of every Indian citizen from Ukraine. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris met with Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki yesterday during a visit to Warsaw to signal support for Poland and other NATO allies along Ukraine's borders. In a statement, Ms. Harris said that the two leaders were following up on a telephone call from a week earlier where they discussed Poland's efforts to assist Ukraine and house most of the now 2 million people who have fled the country. The World Health Organization WHO advised Ukraine to destroy any dangerous pathogens being kept in research laboratories to prevent any potential spills that could harm the public amid the conflict with Russia, a news agency reported. Biosecurity experts feared that bombardment on Ukrainian cities have raised the risk of an escape of disease-causing pathogens should any of those facilities be damaged. You're listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Gujarat on a 2-day visit, holds 9-kilometer long roadshow from Ahmedabad airport to Kamalam in Gandhinagar. Prime Minister to address Mahapanchayat Sammelan at GMDC ground in Ahmedabad this evening. Political activities gain momentum for formation of new governments in 5 states. Core commander level talks between India and China being held in Ladakh. Another batch of students returned to India under Operation Ganga this morning. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur welcomed students at Delhi airport. US Vice President Kamala Harris meets Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki to signal support for NATO allies along Ukraine's borders. Kidambi Srikanth, HS Pranoy and Lakshya Sen to play the quarter-final matches in German Open Badminton in Berlin today. And in cricket, second test between India and Sri Lanka to be played under lights before full-capacity crowd tomorrow at Bengaluru's Chinnaswamy Stadium. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has said that India is changing fast with economic development, technology development and innovation, and the youth has the biggest contribution in it. Addressing the valedictory ceremony of National Youth Parliament Festival at the Central Hall of Parliament today, Mr. Birla said, in these changing times, India, with the youth power, will be a world leader, Vishwa Guru.
ये पुरस्कार हम सबको नई प्रेरणा देता है, नए कार्य को करने के लिए उत्साह देता है और ये संयोग है कि हम कहते हैं कि भारत बदलता देश है और उस बदलते देश के अंदर महिलाओं का, युवा महिलाओं का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है. आज मुझे हर क्षेत्र में दिखता है.
In his address, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur said over 2,44,000 youths participated in the National Youth Parliament Festival this year from all around the country.
सभी युवाओं के लिए ये यादगारी क्षण भी रहेंगे, इतिहास का हिस्सा भी हैं, लेकिन मेरा व्यक्तिगत रूप से मानना है ये तो शुरुआत का प्लेटफॉर्म है, अभी तो लंबा रास्ता आपको चलना है.
Our correspondent spoke to Siddharth Joshi of Dungarpur, Rajasthan, who got the second prize.
मेरा टॉपिक राष्ट्रभक्ति और राष्ट्र निर्माण से था और मैं डूंगरपुर राजस्थान से अपना ताल्लुक रखता हूँ. पूरे राजस्थान का मैंने नेतृत्व किया था और यूथ पार्लियामेंट मेरा, जैसे आपने बताया, द्वितीय स्थान रहा. राष्ट्रभक्ति तो यही चीज है कि मैंने जैसे बताया, मेरा जो स्पीच रहा उसमें कि हमारी जो मानसिकता है, केवल एक सैनिक की भूमिका का यदि हम निर्वहन करते हैं तो वही राष्ट्रभक्ति की श्रेणी में आता है, या फिर बदन पर खाकी खाल पहनकर यदि हम शांति और अमन की बात करें तो वो राष्ट्रभक्ति है. लेकिन मेरे मायने में ऐसा है कि हर व्यक्ति, जो कोई आदमी यदि सड़क पर पड़े हुए कचरे को उठाकर डस्टबिन में डालता है तो वो भी राष्ट्रभक्ति की श्रेणी में आता है. कोई तमाम सांप्रदायिक मतभेद और खींचातानी के बीच में से खड़ा होकर कोई युवा यदि राष्ट्रीय एकता का परिचय दे तो वो भी राष्ट्र श्रेणी में आता है.
Kerala's Finance Minister K.N. Balagopal has allocated 2,000 crore rupees to acquire land for the state's proposed semi-high-speed rail project Silver Line. Presenting the state budget for the fiscal year 2022-23 in the State Assembly today, the Finance Minister expressed hope that the centre would give the green signal for the state's ambitious and eco-friendly rail project that connects Thiruvananthapuram with Kasaragod.
Over 179 crore 72 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said over 16 lakh 73,000 doses were administered yesterday. The recovery rate is currently at 98.7%. Over 4,000 new cases were recorded in the last 24 hours. 255 deaths were also reported in the last 24 hours. In Assam, no new COVID-19 case was reported yesterday for the first time in nearly 2 years. The first COVID-19 case was reported in the state on the 31st of March 2020 at Silchar. A total of 1,713 tests were conducted in the state yesterday, out of which not a single positive case was found.
Inaugurating the Women's Day program organized by Press Information Bureau and Field Outreach Bureau at Chennai today, Telangana Governor Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan encouraged women to establish their rights in all areas of their life. Appreciating women who serve in the prestigious defence forces, she explained the role of parents in bringing up their sons and daughters equally so that girl children and women are respected. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Today we remember Sayaji Rao Gaikwad III, who was born on 11th March 1863. He was the Maharaja of Baroda state from 1875 to 1939. Merely months after acquiring full powers, he opened 8 schools for girls and a training college for women teachers in 1881. The Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda, which runs even today, was also opened in 1881. His tenure saw the abolishment of infant marriage, legalization of widow remarriage, and the introduction of free and compulsory primary education in 1893.
Sayaji Rao was also a supporter of abolition of caste differences.
It is well known that his patronage brought forth some of the best talents of the time. The most well-known example is Raja Ravi Varma, who had his first exhibition at the Baroda Palace. He is also famously known for sponsoring Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's college education abroad. He also sent financial assistance to famous social reformer Jyotirao Phule.
Sayaji emphasized upon the development of railway network within his state, construction of water systems, and the strengthening of commercial banks. He founded the Bank of Baroda in 1908.
Sayaji Rao supported Bal Gangadhar Tilak, as also extended his public support to Mahatma Gandhi and the Indian National Congress. The British despised his apparent disinterest in showing allegiance to the crown and feared his actions. In fact, in a famous incident in 1911, when the British King George V came to Delhi, Sayaji Rao was criticized by the British for deliberately turning his back to the British monarch. After a long and eventful reign of 63 years, Sayaji Rao Gaikwad III died on 6 February 1939. We salute the great Indian.
Today, we also remember the independence activist Chandrabhanu Gupta. He was born in district Aligarh in 1902. Gupta joined the Indian independence movement at the age of 17 when he took part in demonstrations against the Rowlatt Act in Sitapur.
Uttar Pradesh, Bharat ki shaan, Uttar Pradesh.
Chandrabhanu, along with his associates, planned to break the salt law in Lucknow. They gathered at the Gunge Nawab Park in the Aminabad area of Lucknow. At the park, they broke the salt law.
The British police arrested them. After the trial, Chandrabhanu Gupta and his associates were sent to jail. Post-independence, Chandrabhanu Gupta served 3 terms as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. He breathed his last on the 11th of March 1980 at New Delhi. AIR News pays tribute to the great national
the birth anniversary of Madan Singh Matwale, who was born in the princely state of Hyderabad in 1925. He fought for the independence and unification of Hyderabad with India.
Madan Singh had his first confrontation with the Riyasat of Hyderabad when the Arya Samaj started a movement against the princely state. Success of this movement encouraged Madan Singh, and he jumped into the movement which was aimed for the merger of Hyderabad state with the Indian Union.
On 14th August 1948, Madan Singh hoisted the Indian flag at his home. The police of Hyderabad state wanted to take down the flag, but Madan Singh fought hard. The barbaric officers dragged him and took him into custody. Madan Singh Matwale died due to the police torture. We salute the brave son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
The annual two-day festival of St. Anthony is being held at Kachatibu from today. A total of 80 fishermen and others began the journey from Rameswaram fishing harbour to attend the festival. On to sports now. The second cricket test between India and Sri Lanka will begin tomorrow in Bengaluru. Karnataka State Cricket Association said that the Chinnaswamy Stadium will have full capacity crowd for the day-night test to be played with the pink ball. We have a desk report.
There is an air of excitement and expectancy at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru. The venue is being decked up to host its maiden day-night test match starting tomorrow. India will be strong favourites, stay unbeaten in pink ball test at home as new captain Rohit Sharma eyes a clean sweep of Sri Lanka test series. The hosts thrashed Sri Lanka in Mohali to lead the two-match series 1-0, and the visitors need to quickly get their act together under the lights in Bengaluru. Skipper Rohit Sharma said the hosts put up a near-perfect performance. India were the last of the big test teams to play a 5-day game under lights, seeing off Bangladesh in 2019 in just over 2 days in Kolkata. But at the Adelaide Oval in December 2020, Australia bowled out the Kohli-led side for 36, India's lowest test total ever. The team bounced back in the flood-lit test when they thrashed England in 2 days at the world's biggest cricket stadium in Ahmedabad in February last year. India will be expected to beat Sri Lanka again, but Ashwin warned that day-night tests can be unpredictable. With Ravi Kumar, Lucy for AIR News Delhi.
In German Open Badminton, India's Kidambi Srikanth, H.S. Pranoy and Lakshya Sen will play their quarter-final matches today. While 8th-seeded Srikanth takes on top-seeded Victor Axelsen of Denmark, it will be an all-India match between Pranoy and Lakshya.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi is likely to have strong surface winds during daytime. The temperature will move between 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius while the maximum is expected to be around 35 degrees. Chennai is likely to have fog and mist in the morning and partly cloudy sky later. The temperature will vary between minimum 23 to maximum 32 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have a mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature was 21 degrees Celsius and a maximum of around 33 degrees. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Gujarat on a 2-day visit, holds 9-kilometre long roadshow from Ahmedabad Airport to Kamalam in Gandhinagar. Prime Minister to address Mahapanchayat Sammelan at GMDC ground in Ahmedabad this evening. Political activities gain momentum for formation of new governments in 5 states. Corps commander-level talks between India and China being held in Ladakh. Another batch of students returned to India under Operation Ganga this morning. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur welcomes students at Delhi Airport. US Vice President Kamala Harris meets Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki to signal support for NATO allies along Ukraine's borders. Kidambi Srikanth, HS Pranoy and Lakshya Sen to play their quarter-final matches in German Open badminton in Berlin today. And in cricket, second test between India and Sri Lanka to be played under lights before full-capacity crowd tomorrow at Bengaluru's Chinnaswamy Stadium. And with that, we end the midday news.